here the other day with my buddy Danny making a time lapse, and I done messed it up. Oh gosh, right into the snow. So I figured I'd come back up here and redo that, but take you guys along and tell you a story about why I became a photographer. But first, let me get this time lapse set up. Really? I'm trying to record here. A lot nicer today than it has been the last few times I've been out shooting. At least this time I've got some more coffee. So there's never really been a single moment in time that kind of explains why I've become a photographer. It's more like a culmination of various points throughout my life that sparked that creativity, that pushed me towards where I am today. It's not like I was a kid at one point, my parents asked me, "Hey Ryan, what do you want to be?" And I was just like, I want to be a photographer when I grow up. Pretty sure I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. Maybe Batman. I don't know. I'm pumped for that. Downside to shooting downtown, there's always traffic. There's always some kind of noise. So my parents actually bought me my first digital camera as a early grade 8 graduation gift. My class at the time was going on a final grad trip to Montreal and I wanted to take some photos. With that first camera, I went ham on taking photos. I took so many things. I took scenery photos, I was taking shots of buildings, my friends, probably rocks on the ground. I remember I filled up the card before I even finished the trip. Like the last day I couldn't get any photos because I had no more space. I took so many photos. It was on that trip that I first became fascinated with photography. I'll kind of give you the Coles notes from here. In high school, I took a photography class. In college, I bought my first DSLR. I ended up losing touch with photography for a couple years until a friend of mine was selling a Canon 70D at a really good price. Unopened, it was still in her closet, just never used it, so she sold it to me. I started taking a lot more photos again. Started getting into Lightroom, figuring out what editing was, and I plastered social media with my photos. And like, told you there's lots of little points coming together. A friend of mine messages me on social media. Turns out he's been a wedding photographer for a few years and he actually really likes some of my photos. So he asked me if I wanted to shadow a couple of them, or maybe even second, get some shots for portfolio, see how I like the wedding industry. And I was just like, shoot weddings? I've never shot a wedding before, so hell yeah, let's do it. Time lapse is almost done. So as I said, all of these little moments kind of come together to fuel the flame that was photography for me. Getting into wedding photography gave me the opportunity to weave a story out of these photographs, to document an entire day, a special event, retell a story for somebody in a way that they didn't get to experience. It also gives you a huge advantage into the different types of photography you get to try. Throughout the day, I have to do portraiture, family photos, detail shots, product photography, landscape photography, macro photography, you get the rings and stuff, the list goes on. And without each of those little steps along the way, or without my friend giving me an opportunity to come out and try something new, or being willing to put myself out on the line to try these new things, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I guess I've been a photographer on and off through most of my life for all these different points, just kind of picking up a camera and starting again. And if it wasn't for each of those moments, and it wasn't for my friend giving me that opportunity, and if I didn't have the courage to go out and try these new things and learn more and experience more, I'd never be where I am today. I'm always finding new things to learn, new techniques to try, new challenges to conquer. Becoming a photographer has given me an entirely new perspective on everyday life, just a different vantage point that I get to view. Anyways, thanks for listening to that ironically condensed story. If you want to see any more of my videos in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's also a little bell icon. If you hit that, you'll actually get notified next time I make one. Maybe drop a comment. Let me know if you want to see anything particular. Maybe I'll start doing some tutorials and we can learn something together. Let me know. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Lots more videos to come, so until next time, I gotta go home and work now. Bye.